Imagine standing 60 feet up in the canopy of a massive, spreading live oak. The wind is blowing gently, your positioning is perfect, and you are getting ready to drop a heavy, wide-spreading limb right down a narrow alleyway. You look down through the leaves to check your drop zone, and you yell out to your groundmen to clear the area and tension the pull line. You wait for the response, but you hear absolutely nothing. The rigging line is dangling completely slack. You look closer, squinting through the branches, and your helper is nowhere to be found. 5 minutes later, he slowly strolls back into the backyard, holding a cigarette and a bag of chips he grabbed from the gas station, completely oblivious to the fact that you are hanging by a thread in your saddle waiting for his support. Or think about this scenario. It is Monday morning at 7 o'clock. The sun is barely up, and you have got a massive $3,000 removal scheduled for the day. Your trucks are loaded, your chainsaws are fueled, and your own energy is high. Suddenly, your phone buzzes in your pocket. It is a text message from the buddy or the casual day laborer who promised to help you drag brush today. The text says, "Hey man, sorry, something came up and I cannot make it today. Good luck." Now you are stuck standing by your chip truck completely alone, watching your schedule shatter and your profits for the week evaporate into the morning air while you scramble to figure out how you are going to move tons of wood by yourself. If you have been running your tree care business for a little while, using temporary day labor, cash helpers from online classifieds, or casual friends, you know exactly how painful, exhausting, and stressful this pattern is. You are trying to build a professional, high-growth company on a foundation of shifting sand. You are carrying all the stress, all the liability, and all the physical burden while relying on people who have absolutely zero skin in the game. Today, we are stepping off the ground crew trap. We are moving past the chaotic cycle of random day labor and cash helpers, and we are talking about stepping up to a legitimate, payroll-based workforce of true W-2 employees. We are going to dig deep into why the old way of paying cash under the table is a hidden, rotting cavity in your business trunk. I am going to guide you by the hand through how to set up your first real payroll system without losing your mind to paperwork. And we are going to look at how to build an attractive, high-respect canopy of a workplace so that top-tier groundsmen and climbers actually want to show up, work hard, and stay with your company for the long haul. To build a crew that is as dependable as a premium climbing line, we need to make 3 major shifts in how we manage our human resources. The first major shift is cutting away the deadwood of cash labor and face the legal and physical realities of your workforce. When you are first starting your business, paying a helper $150 or $200 in cash at the end of the day feels clean, fast, and easy. You think you are doing the guy a favor by giving him quick money, and you think you are saving your business money by avoiding taxes and insurance premiums. But in reality, you are rigging your entire life to a dead, rotten anchor point. First of all, the government takes an incredibly dim view of this practice. In the tree care industry, you cannot legally classify a guy who drags brush, runs the chipper, or holds a pull line as an independent contractor or a 1099 worker just because it is convenient for you. If you provide the chainsaws, if you own the chipper, if you determine what time the crew starts, and if the work they are doing is the core service your business provides, the law says that person is an employee, period. If you get audited by the state or the IRS, the fines for misclassifying your labor can easily reach tens of thousands of dollars, stripping the bark right off your financial reserves. But the legal risk is absolutely nothing compared to the safety hazard. Let us look at workers' compensation insurance, which is the ultimate safety hitch for your business. Imagine a random cash helper steps into the drop zone without his helmet, and a rogue piece of oak catches him on the shoulder, or his gloved hand gets pulled too close to the feed wheels of the chipper. Within minutes, you are dealing with a catastrophic medical emergency. When you try to file an insurance claim, the very first thing the insurance company will do is audit your books to verify who was on the clock. The exact second they discover you have been paying guys under the table in unrecorded cash, they will deny the claim, cancel your policy, and leave you standing completely exposed to a massive personal injury lawsuit. A single accident with an uninsured cash helper can strip away your trucks, your tools, your savings, and your family home in a flash. Paying cash for tree labor is like climbing an old hollow willow tree without a backup line. It feels fine right up until the moment the wood's structural integrity fails, and then the fall is terminal. You have to eliminate this risk immediately. The second shift is learning how to rig your first true payroll engine smoothly and easily. I talk to so many talented arborists who completely freeze up when it comes to setting up a legitimate payroll. They are terrified of the red tape. They imagine themselves spending hours every weekend drowning in complex tax tables, writing manual checks, and filling out endless government forms. They think they need to hire an incredibly expensive corporate accounting firm just to employ two guys on the ground. But let me ease your mind. You do not have to do this math by hand. Just like we use mechanical advantages like rigging blocks, fiddle blocks, and compact mini loaders to save our backs and speed up our production on the job site, you can use modern digital payroll platforms to handle all the administrative heavy lifting for your business. Software platforms are designed specifically for small business owners who would rather be in the field than behind a desk. When you sign up for a modern payroll service, the process is incredibly straightforward. Your new employee logs into a secure app on their own phone, types in their banking information, and fills out their basic tax withholding forms digitally. Every week or every 2 weeks, you simply log into your dashboard, type in the total number of hours your crew worked on their time cards, and click Submit. The software instantly calculates the exact federal taxes, state taxes, and Social Security withholdings. It automatically transfers the employee's clean pay directly into their bank account using direct deposit, and it handles all the quarterly government tax filings automatically. Yes, moving to a formal payroll means your labor costs will look higher on paper. You will have to pay employer payroll taxes, which generally add about 10 to 15% on top of the hourly wage you agree on. But remember what we mastered in our episodes on calculating your daily burn rate and the art of the estimate. Once you know your exact, real labor costs, you build those numbers directly into the prices you charge your customers. You stop absorbing the cost yourself out of your own pocket, and you let your jobs pay for your structural legitimacy. A formal payroll turns your chaotic labor expenses into a predictable, smooth operation that flows like healthy sap through a tree. The third and final shift is building an attractive company canopy that high-quality people actually want to work under for the long haul. Let us be completely honest with each other about our trade. Tree work is incredibly hard, brutal, physical labor. It is scorching hot in the summer, freezing cold in the winter, and inherently dangerous every single day. If you want a professional, sharp groundman who shows up at 6:30 in the morning with a positive attitude, treats your homeowners with deep respect, and takes meticulous care of your expensive chainsaws, you cannot treat him like a disposable commodity. If you offer a guy low pay, hand him a handful of crumpled cash, and scream at him from the top of the tree all day long, you are only ever going to attract transient, unreliable help who will walk off the job site the exact moment they get tired or find an easier way to make a buck. To attract a professional crew, you must project absolute professionalism. This starts with providing top-tier, modern safety gear and well-maintained equipment. When a young, ambitious worker walks onto your job site and sees that you provide clean, comfortable helmets with built-in Bluetooth communication systems, high-quality chainsaw protection trousers, and modern loaders that eliminate the need to break your back, dragging heavy logs, it sends a massive message. It proves to him that you value his life, his safety, and his physical longevity. It shows him that you are running an elite organization, not a fly-by-night operation. Beyond the gear, you must cultivate a clear path for growth. High-quality workers want to see a future for themselves. If a groundsman knows that if he works hard, stays safe, and studies the trade, your business will pay for his ISA Arborist certification training, invest in his first professional climbing saddle, and actively teach him how to work safely in the air, he will become fiercely loyal to your brand. You build an unbreakable crew by investing in your people before you expect them to dedicate their lives to your company. When your team members realize that staying under your canopy means they can feed their families, protect their bodies, and build a legitimate career, They will protect your business, take care of your gear, and represent your brand with pride on every single property you step onto. Stepping off the ground crew and becoming a true manager of men requires a completely different kind of discipline than climbing a tree. It requires you to step back, put systems in place, and take responsibility for the livelihood of others. But this is the exact transition that separates the stressed out, solo tree cutter from the successful enterprise owner. Let us secure the core lesson for today. You cannot build a safe, professional, and scalable tree care company using random cash labor, so protect your future by rigging a legitimate payroll system and building a high-respect workplace that top-tier professionals are proud to call home. Here is your homework assignment for today while you are driving between jobs or heading back to the shop tonight. Pull your truck over safely, open up your phone, and search for a basic online overview of a small business payroll service. Look at how simple their onboarding process is and calculate what it would look like to transition your current help onto a formal legal system. Stop running your workforce under the table, stop risking your entire life savings on a guess, and start building a legendary crew that can lift your business to the top of the canopy. Take care of your people, build a solid foundation, stay safe out there in the trees today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.